Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles. Today we have a Sudoku puzzle by Blobz. The link is in the description if you want to try the puzzle. So let's go over the rules. So we have quadruples, which say that each digit in the quadruple, so that's this 2-8 thing, has to appear somewhere around it. So there's a 2 or an 8 in these 4 cells. There's a 3 or a 7, and there's a 2 and an 8. There's a 3 and a 7 here. It's funny we have all the quadruples are in numerical order except this one, because for some reason, Blob seems not to have wanted to have a 6-9 quadruple. I guess I'll leave that to the reader to interpret. Okay, we also have these Renban here, which are a string. They indicate, in this case, they're all length 3, that you have 3 consecutive digits, but in some order. So, for example, these could be 1, 2, 3, but they could be 1, 2, 3 in any order, or they could be 4, 5, 6 in any order, or 3, 4, 5 in any order. The options are endless, or alternatively, there's 7 of them. I'll let you decide which one. But anyway, that's all the rules. So again, if you want to try it, feel free to click the link. And as always, I will endeavor now to solve this. So let's start up here, where what I see is that I can't put both 2 and 8 on this Renban. So therefore, one of them has to go here. However, if I were to make this digit a 2, I see bad things in my future. Because if this is a 2, the largest digit I could put in either of these cells would be a 4, which is going to make it very difficult to make my 9-6 quadruple have both a 9 and a 6. They're both going to have to go there, so that doesn't work. So actually, that has to be the 8. Okay, so we've got a 9-6 here. Now, not all of these quadruples work this way. So, for example, this 2-4 quadruple, I could very well put the 2 and 4 both on this thing. But plenty of them do work that way. So this 3-7, I can't put 3 and 7 on the same Renban, so this is a 3 or a 7. And we can actually use the same sort of argument. If this were a 7, the smallest number we could put on any of these cells would be a 5, and that 2-4 quadruple would mean I had to put both 2 and 4 there. That doesn't work. So this is the 3. Okay, so we've got a 2 and a 4 floating around here. I'm certainly not putting 1 and 9 on the same Renban, so this is always a 1 or a 9. Likewise, just like before, I'm not putting 3 and 7, so this is always a 3 or a 7. Okay, so 1 and 9 tell me that this is a 1 or a 9. But this 3-4 actually tells me the exact disposition. It has to be a 1, because otherwise I need to put both 3 and 4 there. Okay, and in fact, actually, I can't put a 4 on this Renban with a 1. The only Renban I can make with a 1 is a 1, 2, 3, which actually makes that the 4. And I might as well fill in, because there's got to be a 9 on this. This is actually a 7, 8, 9 Renban, which actually means these digits are 5 and 6. Okay. This cell is a 2 or an 8, because I can't put those together. But actually, I can't put an 8 on this Renban with a 4 at all. Those are too far apart. So that's the 8. And one of these is a 2, and so I need a 3 there to connect them. These are a 2-3 pair. Okay. So let's do something weird. So this quadruple needs a 3, and there's a 2-3 pair here looking at these cells. So these are not the 3. So the 3 is over here, and that 3 looks down at this cell, which actually sorts out that that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 3, and that's a 2. Somewhat virtuously. Speaking of my 9-6 quadruple, I can't put those both here either, so this is a 9 or a 6. And that is enough to tell me I'm definitely not getting a 3 on here. So the 3 is down there. That would maybe have been an easier way than the way I disentangled this, but hey, it works. Let's see, we know there's a 7 over here. Okay, so here's another cute trick. This 4, 6 tells me that these cells aren't a 4 or a 6, because I only get 1, 4, and 1, 6 in the box. I guess that only tells me that 3 of these cells are 4 or 6. I guess that doesn't quite immediately tell me that. Yeah, one of these two is a 4, for example. Okay, so I think what I'm supposed to say is actually this can't have both 4 and 6 on it. For a funny reason, which is that if this did have both 4 and 6 on it, it would be 4, 5, 6. And the problem is I know the 5 is up here. So actually, I can't put both 4 and 6 on this Renban, even though I sort of normally could. Now, could I put 5 and 7 here? That would put a 6 here, and then a 4 here. That sounds fine-ish. Unless I'm missing some interaction there that I'm not paying close attention to. Okay, here's a silly observation. I know there's a 2 on this Renban, and so there's always a 3 on it. And I know where the 3 is, just by Sudoku, because these two cells both see a 3, so that's a 3. These are certainly from 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them is definitely a 2. I'm just going to remind myself. Oh, yeah, as previously noted, those cells aren't 3. Okay, so there's a 3 in one of these two cells just by Sudoku, which is almost interesting. Now one of these two is 7. I don't really want to corner that. But these are either... These are from 5, 7, 8, I guess? And if there is an 8, the 8 has to go there, is I guess the point. Doesn't quite speak to me. I do know there's an 8 in these two cells, so there's an 8 in these two cells. The 2 down here. Yeah, like 5, 6, 7 is my sort of I do know one of these two is 7, no matter what, I suppose I should say. And I guess I actually know that this is a quadruple, because these can go down at most to 6, and so that's actually a 6, 7, 9 quadruple. So these numbers are certainly from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but actually they're not they're not 2 or 3. So they're really 1, 4, 5. One of them's definitely a 5, but I don't think I can use that productively immediately. I'm wondering if I am meant to actually be more aggressive about writing these numbers down. Just what these things could be. Four and 6 are both on here. This is 4, 5, 6. Oh, that doesn't work, but for a kind of weird reason involving this cell. This Renban can't be 4, 5, 6, because the 4 would have to go there, and then these would be a 5, 6 pair, which would look at that cell. That doesn't work. So, in fact, this cell is 4 or 6. Weirdly enough. I don't think I can say that this can't be 5, 6, 7, though. At least not without more thought than I'm willing to give it at the moment. Looking at 3s. I don't think I have any profound statements to make about 3s at the moment. Okay, this is kind of interesting because I guess I know that this Renban is either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. Does one of those break very quickly? 7, 8, 9 would make a triple in this row. Sorry, a quadruple in this row is what I mean to say. That all sounds fine to me. Though I can hear my chat in the back of my head saying, "It's not fine, Zeta. It's not fine." I think actually this is under a lot more pressure than I'm giving it credit for, because it can't have 2, 3, 4 in these cells. So it can't have 1 either, because 1 would certainly go with a 2, 3, 4. So these are certainly from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one I know is not 6, because the 6 is over down there. Oh, in fact, this cell just can't be 4 at all, is the point. Because if this was 4, these would have to be 5, 6, and that would break that cell. So actually, the only place for a 4 is that one. I didn't fully appreciate the power of that before. Okay, there's definitely a 6 in one of these two cells, funnily enough. This is a 5 or a 7. That cell's a 5 or a 7, but I don't see much to do with that. Now, what can I do with that 4? Like, this being 2, 3, 4 just looks fine to me, which it will be if the 2 ends up here. This is 9. Certainly that would be 8, and that would be 7. I do know one of these two is 7, which I have not fully used. Okay, so if one of these two is 7, I guess that does make this a little bit more restricted than I am making it out to be, because that means the lowest this can be is 5. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8. That one's a 6 or a 9. So actually, I can't have 2 6 9s on this because those are too far apart. So actually, it's going to look like this. This can't actually be a 5, because if it were a 5, that would be a 6, which would break that cell again. So actually, this is a 7 or an 8. Okay, so now if this is 7, 8, 9, now I get a quintuple in the row. Have a sort of complicated wing where we've ruled 7 out of this row and this column, except for these cells, but I don't think it does anything. I guess 1 in this row is a little bit restricted. Okay, what is this? The smallest this digit can be is 3. So this may be worth marking. This digit is not actually 3, because it can't be 3 or 4 by Sudoku, so something like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not actually 6, because the 6 is down there. That is tantalizingly close to being something. Can this really be 4? I guess if this is 4, that has to be 3, which seems okay to me. Keep coming back to this is either 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9, and I feel like one of them is going to break at some point in some spectacular fashion, but I don't quite see it yet. So is the problem if this is a 4, then I need to put a 6 on this? That sounds like it might not be great. That is the problem. If I put a 4 on this, then I need to put a 6 on this, which means that I would need a 7 on this, but I can't have it. That's the point of this this monstrosity that we've constructed here. That's very clever, yeah. So if this is a 4, now this is obligated to have a 6, but no 4. And so I need to go up at least 1 above it, which would mean I need a 7, and I just can't have it. So this isn't a 4, it's a 6. Which means this does have a 4 on it. And so it goes 5, 4, 3, 2 are the things that can be on it. One certainly needs to go at one of the outie bits. Oh, and this being a 6 means that can't be as high as 9 anymore. Okay, so this has a 6, but no 4. So this is from 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely has a 7, actually. So that's not ever a 7. Okay, that does tell me, that tells me there's a 3 over here, right, is the point. Because my 4 now can only go up to 5, so it always goes down to 3, and the 3 is vertical in these two cells. So with that 3, that puts a 3 in one of these cells, but that actually places a 3 here. Which feels like it would be useful. I don't know that it actually is, though, unfortunately. What can this cell actually be? Is it that this cell can only be 1 or 2? Let's see. Okay, so it certainly can be 1 or 2. Can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it can be 8 or 9, maybe. I'm scanning to see if somehow that breaks something. If this is 8 and 9. Oh, there can't be a 9 on this Renban Zeta. What are you doing? There's a 9 on this Renban. There's no 6 on it. Good lord. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8 is all we get on this Renban. Okay, so that actually does get me. If that would have gotten me there a while ago, I think, because that actually gets me this quadruple. Which actually makes these a 1-9 pair. Sounds kind of useful. This is now a 5, 7, 8 triple. Once I noticed that. So there's no 5 over here. No 8 down here. And now this is just 2, 3, 4. So there's no 2 down here. So actually, these are just a 1-9 pair hanging out in my wings. So that 1, 9 goes in one of those cells. I don't know if I'm eager to color the 1, 9s yet, but I could become as such. Have my pattern again where there's 2 7s in these cells. And that's rolling 7 out of these cells, which means that if this is 7, 8, 9, that's a 7, and this is an 8, 9. But I'm not sure quite how much that does for me. And I could certainly fill in that these are from 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and see if anything magical happens. I don't think it's going to. And this one, in fact, is never 1 or 2. It's only 3 if it's low, because if there's a low digit on this, it needs a 3, and the 3 can only go there. Okay, and I know these 2 cells aren't 7. Because one of these 2 cells has to be 7. Because of the fact that I need 2 7s in these 4 cells. There's no 7, so in fact, this digit's only 3 or 7. And then these are from 1, 2, 8, 9. With a 1, 9 down there. This 3, 7, of course, lands down there on that quadruple. I'm just going over all my quadruples and making sure I have adequately thought about what they all mean. By which I mean I probably haven't adequately thought about what they all mean, so I should probably double check that I know what is happening. Maybe I do actually know what's happening. So maybe I have to do more Sudoku. Oh, it's the point from before. Okay, so this point is important, actually, because actually I got these 2 7s in both places. So just to explain this, in case I did this sort of cheekily before, I need 2 7s in these, because I need one of those 2 to be 7, and I need one of those 2 to be 7. However, I only get 1 7 in column 3, and I only get 1 7 in row 3. And so one of those 7s is these, and one of those 7s is these. You might have heard logic that sounds kind of like this before when people talk about X-Wings. It's very similar. Some people would call this like a mutilated X-Wing or something like that. But anyway, the point being, because I need those 7s, this cell can't be 7. So this cell, in fact, is a 3. And that actually is going to resolve everything, because now these can only be 1, 2. Now this one's not 1, 2. So that one's not 1 at least. This one's a 9. That's a 1. 7, 8, 9 over there. Seems to be a 9 there. Seems like we've resolved our 7s. Of course, that doesn't tell me how that works. That's not a 7. Okay, well, hopefully this is going to resolve somehow, because we've got 2 7 8s with a 6 and a 9. So yeah, so that's a 9. I know, because of this 1 9 over here. One of these 2 is a 2. The 1 in this box is, funnily enough, in one of these 2 cells just by Sudoku, so that's definitely not a 1. So it actually goes like that. That's one of those sort of weird logic moments, at least to me. Okay, and therefore, that's the 2. Oh, I think this was... Oh, no, this could have been a 5 until we got rid of the 4s. Okay. That's 4, 3, 2 over there. Let's see, we got rid of that. Okay. So... This is not 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5, 6. It can't be 7. I think it could be 8, but it can't be 9. Let's see, is something similar going on here? This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be 5, but it can't be 6 because of this pair. Can't be 7. Could be 8, but it can't be 9 because of this pair. So this is always a 5, 8. I feel like I need a 5, 8 on this, right? If I don't have 5 or 8, then this can only be 6 and 7. So this actually has to be a 6. This is what's called a virtual pair. There has to be a 5 or an 8 here, and there's a 5 or an 8 here, so therefore that's all the 5, 8s. So this is a 6. And then as soon as this is a 6, now the 5 has gotten evicted from this. And so this has become just 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is a 4. Making that a 2 and a 1 and a 5. There, 6 and 5 over there. 8 has appeared here, making that a 7 and a 5. 6 and a 7. Okay, and so that all gets filled in. Okay, and then we can use this tool to just fill in the center marks of everything else, and I think everything else will just fill itself in. 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's see, that has become a 7. That is a 6 and a 4 and an 8. 2, and then as predicted, once you have that, everything is lit. I really enjoyed this one. This one was a very nice collection of deductions there. So hopefully you enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the puzzle was. And I'll see you next time on Invitation to Puzzles. Bye for now.